you, as you see in the field, we already have a crop cover, which is, this is barley that we planted specifically for soil cover, or it's a service crop to the next crop. So what we mean by a service crop, it's going to be helping the other crop maybe establish as good as we want it to be. And the soil cover is going to help us prevent soil erosion, because as you know, these roots are holding the soil together. So when the rains come, this means your soil is not going to be washed away. I would like you to have a feel of the soil, even dig just with your hand.
Okay.
Our soils are very loose, and this land was tilled like 8 years ago.
Okay.
So we haven't tilled this land at any given time.
Since 8 years ago?
8 years ago, this land hasn't been tilled. So we've just been planting, we are not plowing. And what we do is strip planting using the planter. Whenever you disturb your soil, it just means you're exposing your moisture.
Yes.
Yeah, like people do plow before planting, which we discourage, because the more you plow, more so in these arid or semi-arid areas, when you turn your soil, you are losing your moisture to the atmosphere. Main crops here are beans and forage sorghum, which used to make silage. So with beans, that's a legume, and the forage sorghum is a grass. So where we have beans this year, we are going to have forage sorghum next year. Other than that, we do just grow a crop as a cover crop. Like I told you, this barley, we didn't harvest anything from it. We just planted it so that it can establish a favorable environment for beans.
This is a very dry area. How do you plant? How do you get water, you know?
Yes, in this area we don't irrigate at all. We purely depend on rainfall, and God is the greatest irrigator. So he irrigates our land. If you use climate-smart approaches or regenerative agriculture, you realize you'll always be getting your yields, and you'll be using minimum inputs as possible. We depend entirely on a season per year. So when we grow a crop in during the long rains, that March, April, May, we leave our land bare, not just bare, but you have a cover crop. So this cover crop is going to help you preserve any moisture from any rainfall that you're going to receive. So if you dig deep into our soil, not too deep, like 60 centimeters, you'll find that you already have moisture. So what will happen when it rains? We are only going to join the profile, like the moisture under and the moisture from the rain that is going to rain in the season. We have a soil pit over there, which we can go and see like how conservation agriculture actually works. We preserve all our moisture. This is our moisture bank. The soil is our moisture bank. I want us to look at the soil structure here. And as you see, this is our topsoil. And on our topsoil, we have the soil cover, which is our barley.
Yes.
And as you see, our barley, the roots penetrates down deep. These are around half a meter deep. These are the roots of the barley.
All the way.
Yeah. And you see these roots are going to act as water straws when it rains, because they have the root channels, and the root channels are just like air spaces. And any air spaces in the soil, when it rains, that water will just be infiltrating freely into the soil. And you can also see the cracks.
Yes.
These cracks are also going to act as waterways. So when it cracks like this, what will happen to these straws, at the end of the day, they'll end up falling into those cracks. And that will be helping building up your soil organic matter, which is very important also for moisture retention. You can see you're wondering whether we have any water here, but I can assure you we have some moisture. And I want you to hold this soil into your hands and try molding it.
Yeah.
You can see we already have a moisture which is not readily available to our crops.
Yes.
But when it rains, the profile, like this water, will join up with the water that you already have below.
Right.
And that's how we'll be able to establish a good crop.
As Quest Farm, do you offer any training?
We do share our knowledge, like whatever we know. We don't know everything, but we believe we know something. And we also make so many mistakes. And so by making mistakes, we want to make sure we share the mistakes that we've made so that you or any other person cannot repeat the same mistakes. And that is a great mile towards meeting our own food security.
Now, I mean, there's so much happening in this farm. You people are doing absolutely well, from beans to, you know, the silage that we saw. Do you do it for commercial purposes?
We do grow beans for seed, and we also do forage sorghum, which you do make silage. Yeah, and the silage we do sell to dairy and dairy farmers and feedlotters. Yeah, just to help them meet their fodder needs. A bale of silage that we made, this is like 2 months old from the time we baled, so it's ready for consumption. Yeah, so this bale is around, not even, the weight is written on this 625
kilograms.
Sure.
This is a product of conservation agriculture.
Sure.
Na package mnauza ngapi?
Yeah, packaging is 15 shillings.
Hapo mwalimu wa math, 625 times 15, do that math real quick. Na sasa wakati ambapo unapanda, it takes how long for it to grow?
For sorghum, it will take you 60 days from planting to harvesting. The future is in agriculture, and I can tell you that the future millionaires and billionaires will be farmers. So to the youth, please embrace agriculture for a brighter future.
Inafurahisha kutoka kwa Naftali. Anasema kitu kimoja, kwamba ukulima bado ni dhabiti na vile vile ni uti wa mgongo hasa kwetu vijana. Sasa hivi sasa ni kukumbatia na kuendeleza ukulima wenyewe.
Very true. And also one of the advantages of climate smart agricultural practices is the fact that even people in arid areas can comfortably practice agriculture and get optimum results. I mean, with simple yet very important skills such as planting cover crops, mulching, which help in water retention. We will definitely keep digging in that conversation. However, for now, we do take a break, but we do have a lot coming up, including a guest who will be sharing more light on smart farming practices. And also, feel free to talk to us across all our social media platforms. On Instagram at Kenya's Gold. Our SMS line is 22422, and our email is kenyasgold@royalmedia.co.ke. See you after this break.